Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the video. My name is Bradley, also known as the Swim Coach. Today we're going to be talking about the midfielders for the Fantasy Football League. Which players out there you guys have selected, which players I may select. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to join my league, the code is going to be up here, or there'll be a link down in the description. Let's see how we get on throughout the season. But for now, let's get into this video. So, as you can see, Mo Salah is the most expensive player. He also was the top performing player from last season, over 100 points clear. If you did have him as your captain, okay, you're gaining literally almost 700 points. So, see how we go there. But remember, it's 56% of people that have him in your team. So that means half of the points for him, or all the points you're going to gain. Are you going to gain much? Probably not. So I think that's where people got to be careful. It is a big price, but we'll see. Now, next player down, we go Brian Numba. 8 million. Good price tag. 17% of players, okay. I would take that, but he has been transferred to Manchester United. They do find a hard game in game week 1 against Arsenal. And I think again in game week 4, I believe, where they got, it's not even on there, where they do have Man City, then Chelsea. So they've got some bit of games coming the way. So I think it could be very interesting how they get their ball rolling, especially against Arsenal first game scene. Yes, it is at Old Trafford, but we'll just have to see him from there. Cole Palmer did stay around that £10 million mark from last season, but he did finish off with a bit of a dry spell. If he carried on his way, I think he would have been up to 250 points more likely. But has done really well in the Club World Cup, so hopefully we go there. Now, as you notice, the next player on the list has a red marker, Luis Diaz. 1.1% of players have got him, but he is now moved to Bayern Munich on permanent deal. So if you got him, get rid of him, because that is an £8 million price tag just wasted for you guys. Okay, now we go with Cunha. He has gone to Manchester United, but he's also gone from that strike as well to that midfielders. So that could be a very interesting one out there for you guys. You can get in those extra points because of him being playing striker, getting those goals, getting bonus points for clean sheets maybe as well. So that could be very interesting. Yes, he has changed. He has changed clubs from Wolves to Manchester United. So will he get much of the ball possession? That'd be interesting to see. Bruno Fernandes, really, really good player. Their skipper. 12%. I'm surprised, but it is that £9 million price tag, which is a bit of a I think most of them will probably go with Cunha or Brian Numba because of they're saving money by £1 million. For me personally, I know I didn't like Cunha last year from what he did at Ipswich, but I'll probably have him in my team as a midfielder, so that could be quite nice. He's saving that £1 million on Bruno Fernandes, and he's going to be playing that striker role. Simeo, very good last season from Bournemouth. Now, points per match was 4.5. Okay, we can probably take that, but look at their fixture. They've got Liverpool, Wolves, Spurs coming. And they do have they've got actually an interesting start to the season, but he's a good option at 7 million. 5%, lovely. Morgan Rogers, 25%. This is a surprise for me. I'll give you that now. 25% people having Morgan Rogers. Very well last year, but can he carry that on? For me, that £7 million price tag is a very good price tag. It's a very good. Now, we're going to go to players that I think have done really well, that their price hasn't gone up, and not many players have picked them. Now, we're going to go with one that I can see on this list right now, that I think is very good. And that is this man here, Justin Kluivert. For me, I would probably have him, but I'll have him on my bench for the first game against Liverpool. And then against Wolves, I will put him on the pitch. Okay, 7 million. Okay, yes, is very good. You can gain a lot from him. Elanga, he got that at Forest. Now he's gone off to Newcastle. So for me, I would hold off on Elanga. But we'll see about that. Now, as a rumours are that Arsenal have been interested in him. I would love him as an Arsenal player, but 7.5 million, I honestly I can't see it. Now you got Bruno Guimaraes, Maddison, 7 million. I've got to be careful. Damgard did really well last year. Burns, will Harvey Burns get some games in? I don't know. And I think that was one of the problems he had last year. Now, Song, yes, he is a Spurs player, but he did announce on their last game pre-season that he was going to be leaving. So would people want to put him in the team? I would say no, because it's 8.5 million. Why would you want to do that? Now, these three are probably ones up their game, but would you have them? Saka, 10 million price tag. Could you literally go with someone like Salah, Saka, and Cunha? But then that is then literally like 30 odd million you're spending just on 3 players. I missed out this player. Dominic Szoboszlai, very good player. Cheap, 6 point, well, cheap-ish, should we say. So I could like him, especially against Bournemouth. Newcastle could be hard, but I think he could fight. But Liverpool have made a lot of changes, so would he get in there? I don't know. Now, as you can see, Rashford is gone, so there are 0.7%. There are other players that I want to look through. Anthony Gordon, very good. Now, what we're going to do is going to go by team, just quickly. We're going to go to my team. Okay. So we'll just have a look. So you have got like Mikalenko, Norgard, okay, have come in. Now, there are some other players out there that could help you out. For me, I would stick with what you guys have got out there. And then if there's anyone that is that low price tag, McNeil did really well, but that's in patches. So would you want that? And I think also Lucas Paquetá, okay, great. I've loved him in the past. Yes, he's had this match fixing problem going over him. He has been cleared. I do like him, and at 6 million, you could probably use him, but we'll see. Sancho, why? Because he's out. Why people buying him? Okay, that's what you got to be careful. Gravenberg suspended for that first game week. Okay, Cook is suspended as well. Played up, I think, for 5 million is a good little bit. Anderson here, Andreas. He's another good player that you could look at, but probably didn't get enough minutes last year. So I think that's what you got to look for. For me, with the midfielder combination, to have those strong midfielders and a weaker midfielder, I think it could be good, but you have to be very, very careful, especially those players that are from like Burnley. Okay, let's have a look at those midfielders from Burnley. Okay, and see, did any of them play last year? Probably. Well, Carl Walker did. Trevor, there we go. You got a few players, and there's some outstanding ones here. I forgot to mention this one for defenders. A lot of people think he's going to be moving, or he's moved from Chelsea. I think there was someone from Burnley. I can't remember. But he's a defender, so we don't talk about that one on this video. And you got to be looking at those midfielders that could help you, and they're good value as well. Some people have bought them. And then we go to like Leeds. Okay. Some very good ones. Okay. Longstaff. Very good for that 5 minutes to bring that price down to spend on your strikers or maybe your defenders a little bit. So that is a good option for you guys out there. And has had that Premier League experience. And I think that's what you got to look for. Now, here is the one that I may call a little bit the sleeper of them all. Okay. So, he's not on here yet. Okay. He's still not been put on here. Oh, there we go. So, here is my little sleeper. Granit Xhaka. Ex-Arsenal. I think he's got that Premier League experience. 5 million. I would have that. All that. Yes, his attitude. He can be a bit disruptive. He can be a bit person who could get carded. So you got to be careful with that. But I'll tell you this now. He is a very, very good player that you can use. And I think he's going to get those extra points as a midfielder. He's going to do some assists. So I would look for someone like him to help out there. McAllister. Okay, McAllister. Done well, but is not performing. So he could be an option out there, and especially for 6.5 million. Let's go to the next page. Oh no, it's the one after. There are some players on here that I think could do better. Someone like Ward-Prowse for West Ham. Yes, he was at Southampton last season. So he's another option for that 5 million. And I think if you get that right combination, it'd be really good for you guys. I think out there, the midfielders ones is the hardest one to get that right format into it. and going on to the next game week as well. So hopefully that will help you guys out. For now, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this video, okay, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and also you can still join the league. It is up, the code's up here or down in the description. But now, have a lovely time, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Goodbye for now.